Hi, I'm Fred Satilli. I'm going to talk with you about my contract and your contract with the federal government. Not many people know that they have a contract with the federal government, but we all do. And this contract is so valuable and so important that you can get a copy of it simply by contacting your congressman or senator and saying, I'd like a copy of the contract that I have between me and the federal government. And they'll give you a copy. They have pre-printed ones. They look like this, or maybe like this, or maybe like this. I suggest you get one. As an American man, I am expected to go to work, earn money, and give a portion of that money to several levels of government: city, state, and federal. I also may be called upon to defend my country in war, fighting maybe even to the death. This is part of what I agreed to in the contract. But the contract also has specified benefits for me. Now, before I continue, I have to give you a little history. Before there was an America, there was England. Most of our founding fathers were from there. And in England, they combined the business of government and the morality of the church into one entity, the Church of England. The measures of the church had to be actually approved by both houses of Parliament. What this did was combined business and morality rather than separating them. So the ambition of business would never be tempered by the kindness of morality. It was a bad system. In any intellectually evolved society, the question always stands, yes, it's profitable, but is it moral? The government is there to make sure that there is an environment where prosperity can flourish. Religion is there to make sure that that prosperity is not carried out by extreme exploitation of the weak. This is the very basis of right-leaning and left-leaning politics. The ambitious and productive say, we're great, you need to become part of our machine. The weak say, hold on, we appreciate what you do, but in your mad rush forward, not all of us can do what you do. So please don't forget your compassion. It's a balance, and if both sides are pure of heart, it's quite a beautiful thing. The one side cannot be infinitely greedy, and the other side cannot be infinitely dependent. Well, good old Karl Marx said, each to his ability and each to his need, and this was his, 150-year-old idea now for wealth distribution. But the problem with communism and socialism is they both discourage productivity. They don't incentivize production, which is what you need to grow. As a capitalist, it's obvious that if everybody works to the best of their ability, wealth distribution will be achieved through higher and higher pay. And the truly needy will be cared for by the moral church, not by a government that's controlled by profit-incentivized banks. So I know myself. I have a right-leaning nature. I'm a builder, I'm a producer, I'm an artist, I'm an engineer. I want to work and I want people to work. But the truth is, not everybody can work. Some people just honestly don't have the mentality to be really productive and totally self-supporting. And some are physically disabled and a medical problem or injury or whatever it may be, and they can't work. Now, these people in this condition, are they bad people? Of course not. Most of them are really kind and beautiful people. They're people the question I ask myself is this: would I rather have a neighbor who's really brilliant and productive, but who hates me, hates the whole neighborhood, and hates the country, you know? Or would I rather have a real nice guy next door who's keeping an eye on my place and keeping an eye on me and there to help me if I ask, and always friendly with a hello and a good morning and that kind of thing? I mean, it's a balance. It's a balance that's absolutely necessary for a happy home, a happy neighborhood, and a happy homeland. I got a little intense there for a moment. Now, the government is there to get things done. The church is there to make sure that compassion isn't sacrificed in the process. My contract with the government is there to make sure that the church and the state never combine. The reason by now should be obvious. Are you with me so far? My contract with the government ensures that I will never be put under the yoke of government unchecked by the essential kindness of morality. In our world, there's another system of social organization called Islam, and the people populating it are called Muslims. And in Islam, the religion and the politics, the church and state are combined. But it's not even that they're combined. Combined sounds like there's two things and they're wrapped around each other, but what Islam is one monolithic structure. It includes politics, religion, military, and law in one unequivocal authority. I'm not using a teleprompter or anything. I don't want to screw this up, so I'm going to put on a pair of glasses and actually read this. It's pretty simple. My contract with America makes it clear that such a structure as Islam can never be imposed upon me. America and Islam are incongruous. They can't exist in the same place in the same time. Islam demands the unity of church, state, military, and law. Islam has a policy of complete subjugation of all people to Islam worldwide. It's right there in their manifesto. It's obvious that Islam can never be allowed in America because it's a violation of the contract, right, that each one of us has with our government. Our government is fully obligated to protect us from the incursion of anything like Islam. Islam has expressed its intentions for worldwide subjugation for 14 centuries now. I think we can take them pretty seriously. Fortunately, we have a government that's contracted with us to protect us from that, to protect me, to protect you, and especially to protect my nice neighbor, my innocent neighbor. This protection is what the left must demand. You know, one of the greatest things about America is if you don't like our laws, if you don't like this agreement that every citizen has with its government, if you don't like it, you can leave. If you want to try Islam, you can. You just can't do it here. Thanks. My name's Fred Satilli. I appreciate you giving me your attention through this entire video. Thanks again.